Utah. It's the NFC Championship game. It's the Salt Lake City Elks taking on the Chicago Blues.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Blues and the Salt Lake City Elks. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they've played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they've played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up a throw. Got his open man. It's Carr. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. On 2nd down, it's Rhodes. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Rhodes. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. It's Rhodes. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Second and 4. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rhodes. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Elks have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone. And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they? No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there. Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter. Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack. And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball leader, right? To make a big play. Yeah. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 2nd down now, it's Rhodes. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll run on first down. Rhodes. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rhodes. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Carr. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Back to throw again. And Davis with it left side. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to erase this deficit. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Blues get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Rhodes. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now an another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rhodes. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Second and 6. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Just a yard to go here on second down. He's going to keep this again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And this one is right through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rhodes. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. It's Rhodes. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Rhodes. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Point after here coming up. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taken in at the 22. There on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 4. He finds his man, complete. It's Carr. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Rhodes. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense, and their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Flushed out right. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On the ground with a tight end. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle they go. Rhodes. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Well, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rhodes. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rhodes. And he will not be able to get the 1st as he can get this only down to the 5. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The offense on third down tonight, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 8. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does it.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Blues have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll set up a throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Completes it to Davis.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Rhodes. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They run the counter. Rhodes. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, will see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.